everybody, and welcome to MandRproductions 82. I have a lot to cover in this video, so make sure you guys stay tuned, as well as a bunch of your questions. But first off, if you don't notice behind me, I got a new table. It's a very large table. It has a white top, so it should get rid of the visual noise that you have been seeing in my review videos. I think I finally figured that out. On top of the new table, I also got a new camera with a Rode VideoMic Pro, so my audio is going to be much better on my review videos. I'm actually really looking forward to making those as good as possible, and actually in some future review videos you're going to be seeing more of me. I'm going to be in front of the camera instead of behind the camera. I know some people have done that, but I hope to do it in the best way possible. So if you have any suggestions for that, leave in the comment section below, I guess. That being said, last week I did ask you guys what kind of haircut I should get, and I got a lot of great suggestions and quite a few bad suggestions, and I was fortunate enough to be smart enough to stay away from some of the bad suggestions. I actually went with a 1 to 2 fade, I think, and then I got a hard part. So I think it was a pretty good little nice change up. It's not crazy different, but you know, it's something a little nice. Got like a little part accent, which I think I like. So I will be seeing you guys at Brickworld Chicago this year, by the way. I will be there all days that there is a Brickworld Chicago, so I'll either be at the Empire Lug or Rebel Lug booth most of the time on the public days if you're trying to meet me. I know a lot of people go to these conventions, and if you are there and you want to meet me, it'd be great. I'll be there. I'll shake your hand. I'll take a picture. I'll sign something. Someone asked if I could sign their forehead. I probably won't do that. That's a little bit awkward, but like anything else that's not you is probably good. Anyway, let's get into the actual questions of the week. BT5 Gaming says, have you ever had a Lego employee say they're a fan of you? I assume you mean like at a Lego store. Yeah, it's actually happened a couple times. But in North Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina, during Brickworld, North Carolina, I had that happen. And also at the Disney Springs, Orlando store, I've been recognized by 1 or 2 of the employees. Stephen Warner says, would you want to Star Wars Galaxies Edge when it's in Florida? I assume you mean, would you want to go? Yes, I'm going to go at some point. I don't know when I'm going to go because it's going to be super busy, and I'm just not into that. I've answered that a few times, so hopefully that's the last time people ask me that. But people keep asking me it, so I guess I have to answer it again because apparently there's a demand for that question. The Kai Kai Show says, do you own every UCS set, and if not, which ones do you not have or want? So I'll go ahead and we'll head on over to brickset.com and take a look at my UCS collection. I do keep track of most of my UCS or Lego Star Wars collection, or Lego collection in general, I should say, on Brickset under my username MandRproductions, so everything there I think is public if you know how to find that. But that being said, the Y-Wing Starfighter I have, the Snowspeeder I have, the Millennium Falcon I have, the Assault on Hoth I have. I don't have or want the Death Star. Also ignore that this want click. That's just something that I need to put for the minifigures. That's how I was keeping track of the minifigures when I was organizing them, and I didn't have them for the bin, so just ignore that. I don't actually want that set because I already have it. We have the Slave One, I have the TIE Fighter, I have the Sandcrawler, I have the Ewok Village. Thank you, Brick5. Same with the X-Wing there. Thank you again, Brick5. Got a good deal on that one. The R2-D2, the B-Wing Starfighter, the Super Star Destroyer, Imperial Star. Gosh dang, I have a lot. I do want General Grievous. I'm going to buy him at some point. He's not super expensive. I could probably get him for $100, maybe $200 max sealed. I used to have this set, but I got rid of it, and I no longer like have any want for those Death Star sets. They just aren't my style. I mean, I'm sure one day I'll buy it again, but I didn't have the space for it, so I got rid of it. The UCS Millennium Falcon from 2007, that's a big want. One day I will have that. I'll need them both. Well, I already have the other one, but I will want them both so I can have them side by side. It'd be pretty cool to do a comparison video on one day. That's a dream goal of mine there. The Imperial AT-ST 10174, got that back when it released. Same with the Darth Vader's TIE Advanced, and I sold it, and then I got it back from Lego Bob 35 a couple years back. We got the Death Star 2. I kind of have that, kind of don't, because it's glued together and I'm never going to build it. It's trashed in my garage. We have the Y-Wing Starfighter from 2004. That one is a pretty dope set I'll get one day. So these are the ones that I'm missing at this point. The Rebel Snowspeeder don't have. I do have Yoda. I just haven't built him yet. Thank you, Sega. And I also have the Naboo Special Edition Starfighter there. I got that one. The Imperial Star Destroyer I don't have. I'm kind of waiting for the new one to release this fall to hopefully drive the price of this one down. I also don't have Darth Maul. He's kind of expensive, but one day I'm sure I will have him. I do have the Rebel Blockade Runner. I do have the TIE Interceptor, but I don't have the UCS X-Wing. So I actually have a pretty good number of the UCS sets, especially if you take away the 2 that I don't want and don't even count as UCS in the 2 Death Stars. So the only ones that I really don't have are General Grievous, the Millennium Falcon, the Death Star 2, the Y-Wing, the Snowspeeder, Darth Maul, the Star Destroyer, and the X-Wing. So it's only like 8 sets, I think, 7 or 8 there. So not too bad looking. I'm looking to have a complete UCS collection at some point in the next 5 years, hopefully. So Hopefully that answers your question. Lasse says, hi, MandRproductions. I've asked this question many times, but you have never answered it. So what do you think is the best non-UCS Lego Star Wars set? Please take my question, I beg of you. Well, today is your lucky day, Lasse. There are a lot of non-UCS sets that are really good. One of the more debatable ones is the Republic dropship with ATOT. Depending on who you are, and I don't think I'm one of those people, you may or may not count the Republic dropship with ATOT as a UCS set. I personally think it would fall under like the Master Builders category or like a very large scale regular set, and for that reason I think that the Republic dropship with ATOT is my favorite non-UCS set. There are a lot of other good non-UCS sets like the Clone Battle Pack and stuff like that, but that one just has a special place in my heart for sure. Crytier says, how rich are you? Unfortunately, I am not filthy rich Scrooge McDuck level yet, so you'll have to keep your eye on the channel for when that happens. Luke Ross says, I know you hate them, but if you had to pick, what is your favorite buildable figure? I think it has to be General Grievous, right? That's the one that they just hands down did an awesome job with. Some of the Clone Troopers were good, the Death Trooper was pretty good, I guess the First Order Stormtrooper was pretty decent, but all the like humanoid characters were really like slightly off-putting and just so awkward. Buildable figures on the whole were just very weird things. I'm glad that they're gone. I didn't want to spend any more money on them, and now that they're gone, I don't have to. So maybe Boba Fett will get the nod there. It's one of those, Boba Fett, General Grievous, or maybe like Commander Cody, like all really good, top-notch buildable figures, but you'll also notice that they all have like custom faces, or helmets rather, or like robots, and they aren't humanoid. All the humanoid ones are Darth Maul even, I guess, is good, but again, he's got the face paint. So Lizard Do V2 says, M&R, are you depressed? I don't think so. Do I like look depressed? Is it coming off that way? I don't know, man. I'm sorry. Turbo says, what do you think of the rumor that Despicable Me sets are going to be Brickheads next year? Bob and Gru and Stuart and Kevin. I mean, I haven't heard anything about that rumor, but with Brickheads confirmed to be coming back in 2020, I wouldn't be surprised at all if we had Minions / Despicable Me Brickheads. Like, that makes perfect sense. Felix says, if Mr. Beast gave you $10,000, what would you do? Well, I think if Mr. Beast gave me $10,000, I would go spend $10,000 at the Lego store, because that would be a pretty cool video, right? Just like one of everything or something stupid like that, or just start buying stuff and giving it to like a random kid in the store. I don't know, that'd be cool. I spent $10,000 at the Lego store. It'd be like a Mr. Beast video because Mr. Beast gave me $10,000. That'd be pretty cool. Titan Cat says, Ryan, have you ever thought about collecting figures such as Black Series? There are other companies that make better figures, but are more expensive, obviously. You guys can read the rest of that, but I will quickly say, like I said earlier, I didn't like buildable figures. Action figures just aren't my thing. I just don't love them the way that I love Lego. So no, I don't really consider collecting things like Black Series. I'm sorry, man. Mahan says, do you think the leaked Goofy is fake or real? I think that the Goofy minifigure is real, and it's going to be coming in the Disney train. So yes, guys, if you didn't watch M&R News this week, there is a Lego Goofy minifigure that's been out and about, so finally we're getting the Lego Goofy minifigure that we've all been waiting for. NordJ Gaming says, what camera do you use for recording reviews? Also, what editing software do you use to edit your videos? So as far as editing software, it's iMovie. However, the recording reviews thing is going to be changing. I, of course, usually use my iPhone, but I think I'm going to start using my Canon M50 that I just bought to record reviews because it's got the fancy mic on it now. So that's kind of where I'm at on that one. I mean, if you have a phone that's good enough, that's a great starter for you. If you're just starting a YouTube channel, that's the best way to do it. Don't go out and buy like a fancy camera, but if you want to, I guess do that, but that wouldn't be my recommendation at all. Cody Cool Studios says, do you think Lego will ever make more sets on the first Lego movie? This is actually a pretty interesting question because they haven't done that yet, and it kind of makes you wonder if they're kind of waiting for an anniversary. That's what I think. I think that in 2024, on the 10-year anniversary of the original Lego movie, that there will be an original Lego movie sets wave. Like, we'll see what happens, but that would be my best bet, is that in 2024 we would get more sets, but that's obviously still a few years off. I think it will happen. Sula says, have you ever solved a Rubik's Cube? I have not. I've maybe done 2 sides before. I definitely can do 1 side. I think anyone can. I might have done 2 sides before, but I definitely have never solved the whole thing. I know there's like a strategy to it, but I've never looked into it. I don't care enough. Dark Lord Vader says, I want to see the private Legos fan video released. All right, man. Maybe when I get back from Brickworld Chicago, we'll get that done. Jeff says, hey, M&R, do you open your boxes by peeling the tape or cutting the tape? So I used to peel the tape, but then I got a pocket knife, and I also realized that when you peel the tape, it can sometimes peel the box, so I always go with cutting the tape. I think that's the way better way to do it, so always cut the tape if you guys can. Sean O says, do you and Legos fan argue about Halo and Call of Duty as in like which is better? No, we don't ever. Call of Duty is better, so there's really no argument to be had there. I think that's why he never brings it up. Turtle Swag 30 says, do you have an Instagram called Lego News First? Because they post things that are very similar to things that you do. I do not have any other Instagram other than, well, I guess I have my personal Instagram account, which you are not allowed to follow, but I do have my MandRproductions Instagram account. It's literally just MandRproductions, just like my YouTube channel. That's the only Instagram account. Mick says, did you just like your own video? Dude, with 2 E's. Yeah, I like all of my videos. I press the like button on them. If I don't press like on the video, then why should anybody else? A random zombie Royale channel says, hey, Manar, I have $100 to spare, and I'm not sure what sets I should get. What would you suggest? Well, I would assume you're just talking about Star Wars here because I do a Star Wars channel, but the Stormtrooper Battle Pack that's behind me on the shelf, that's 20 bucks right there. That would be a good start. I think I would recommend just getting that Battle Pack and honestly save your other $80 and wait and see what comes out with the Episode 9 sets later this year. I think you'd be better off saving your money and putting it towards Episode 9 sets if you're into those. If you're not into those, maybe if you don't have like the UCS BB-8, you can usually get that one for like 80 bucks on Amazon. That might be a really good choice for you, but other than that, unless you really want something else that's out right now, I would say wait until October and just see what comes out with Episode 9, because if you're into that, you might really want to have that money then. Anyway, that's all the questions I have for today. It was kind of a quick episode, but we do have time to look at some memes, of course, so let's go take a look at our memes of the week. And here we are, it's meme time on the MandRproductions subreddit. If you want to submit memes for the next episode, you can do that on the subreddit. This one is just a facepalm face. This one says, Ryan messed up the rod. It's facing the wrong way. The flat surface is supposed to go on the inside so it doesn't slide out. Oh! Oops. Well, that's my bad. I guess I messed it up while building. I'll give you enough vote for spotting my mistake. I thank you very much. This will be the greatest and probably only Lego rap battle ever. Who wants to see it? Rich Boy J versus Legos fan there. Yes, dude, I'm in on that. Rich Boy J, obviously very well-known Lego singer. Obviously, Legos fan, not as much, but he did do the David Hall song that you might have seen on my channel a couple years back, so that is something that needs to happen. I'm going to make it happen at Brickworld Chicago. Come on, am I wrong? My more calm and friendly side, my edgy meme lord side. I need to look into how to ban users on my subreddit because this user needs to be banned. Just going to leave this here. 83 Clone Walker Battle Pack sets, 1 Apple Pro stand, $1,000. Choose wisely. I remember when these were big memes. That's a good choose wisely meme. I love it. Actually, well, I don't know if that includes tax, but the battle packs when these were originally released, they were $9.99. Not, I guess, I don't know if you count them as $10.99 or $11.99. What the deal was. The upside down. What is this? Oh, the stud shooter. That's kind of funny. The stud shooter. I see no difference. Oh, yeah, I don't see a difference either. That's a good point. Me and the boys watching Ask Him an R when one of our questions gets featured. My friend Jared has had this rhino guy as his Twitter picture, like his profile picture, for a year now. So he was really ahead of the times on this meme. I like that's becoming a thing now. Gonk. Kit Fisto. That's gold. File First Power. File First Battle Pack Lego. Is it possible to learn this power? Can't wait for episode 2. Ryan and the boys getting ready to build budget mocks. Oh yeah, dude. Episode 2, building on a budget, is happening at Brickworld Chicago. I hope to have it uploaded on June 21st. That's not in stone. It really depends on the upload speeds at my house in Georgia. But if it's possible, I will have that video out on June 21st. That's what I have it scheduled for, at least as of now. What the new action battle set should have been. What is this? Oh my god, that's beautiful. Ultimate Collector Series Action Battle Attack Hoth, 504 pieces. That is a beautiful one. I want more fake UCS set memes. Those are hilarious. Me IRL, when your life is going downhill and you just decide to go with the flow. Aw, yeah. And our final one here, Mr. Edgy here. Chris Brown and Rihanna. Oh, that was very edgy. You really got me. that you really got me off guard there. Anyway, guys, that's all for the M&R memes of the week. Thank you for watching this episode of Ask M&R Productions. I'm toying around with the idea of doing M&R memes as its own weekly series every Saturday, so let me know what you think about that in the comments section below. I did a poll on my channel and got 73% yes votes out of like 7,000 total votes, so there definitely seems to be a demand for that. Maybe we'll do it, maybe we won't. Anyway, if you have a question for next week's episode, leave in the comments section down below, and I'll see you all, maybe not next week because I'll be gone, but the week after we might be back. We might be taking a week off of Ask M&R Productions. I'm sorry, guys. I had to pre-record this before I went to Brickwork Chicago, by the way, so hopefully I see some of you guys there. Thank you for watching. Bye!